Hello children, welcome to the video session of Standard 5 Science, Term 3, Unit 1. And the lesson we are going to discuss is about our environment. Let us discuss about our environment. Introduction. Environment is everything that is around us. There are two types of environment. They are physical environment and biological environment. Physical environment includes all non-living things like land, water and air. Biological environment includes the living things such as plants and animals. Natural environment has lot of economic values. Plants and animals in our environment are useful to us in a number of ways. Animals like cow, buffalo and goat give us milk. Some animals are used for transportation. These animals are raised in farms. In this lesson, we will learn about dairy farms, poultry farms, apiculture, manures and vermicompost. Next one is farms. Farming is the activity of growing crops and raising livestock. It is a part of agriculture. Agriculture is the cultivation of land and breeding of animals and plants to provide food, fiber, woods and medicinal plants to sustain and enhance life. But farming is more profitable than agriculture, so it is done on a commercial scale. An area of land with fields and buildings that is devoted primarily to growing crops or raising domestic animals or both as a business is called farm. Large scale farms grow one or more major crops or animals. Middle sized and small sized farms grow different types of crops and animals. First, let us discuss about dairy farm. Dairy farming is a type of agriculture that focuses on extraction of milk and preparation of various milk products like cheese, butter, curd, etc. High milk producing cows along with bulls and oxen are raised in commercial dairy farms. Other animals found in these farms include goats, sheep and camels. Next one is cattle breeds. In India, there are 26 cattle breeds. They are domesticated for milk, agricultural work, transportation and many other needs. Gir, Shahiwal, Red Sindhi, Kangayam and Ongol are some of the cattle breeds found in India. Cattle breeds found in different states of India are given in the table. Cattle breed and states. Gir, Gujarat, Rajasthan. Sahiwal, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. Red Sindhi, Andhra Pradesh. Malvi, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh. Nagari, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan. Kangayam, Tamil Nadu. Ongol, Andhra Pradesh. Apart from these animals, buffaloes are also domesticated in India. There are 7 buffalo breeds in India. Buffaloes produce more amount of milk than cows. Also, buffalo milk has more nutrients than cow's milk. Murrah, Safrabadi, Badavari and Surti are the buffalo breeds that are found in India. India is the biggest buffalo milk producer in the world. Some of the buffalo breeds found in our country are given in the table. Buffalo breeds and states. Murrah, Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh. Badavari, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. Jafrabadi, Gujarat. Surti, Rajasthan, Gujarat. Mehsana, Gujarat. Nagpuri, Central and South India. Nili Ravi, Punjab, Haryana. Next one is feeding. Cattle need nutritious feed in order to be healthy and to produce high milk yield. The cattle feed includes roughage and concentrates. The roughage contains high amount of fiber and it includes fodder, hay, straw and silage. Concentrates include broken grams, cereals, millets, rice polish, cotton seeds, and oil cakes. Apart from these feed, cattle need an inadequate amount of fresh water. Next one is diseases. Foot and mouth disease and anthrax are some of the common diseases found among cattle. Maintaining proper sanitation is necessary to stop the spread of these diseases. Timely vaccination can prevent most of the diseases. Veterinary medicine deals with the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of disease, disorder, and injury for domestic and non domestic animals. Uses. Cattle are useful to us in a number of ways. Some of them are listed below. We get milk from cows. Cow's milk contains essential minerals needed for us. Bullocks are used to plow land, harvest, and thrash crops. Cattle are employed in transportation. Cattle dung is used as manure. It is also used as fuel and for generation of biogas. Panchagavya is an Ayurvedic medicine used in agriculture to control pests and fungi. It is a mixture of dung and urine of cows, fresh milk, curd, jaggery, and ghee. Leather goods are manufactured from cattle hides. Poultry farms. In poultry farms, avian species are reared and bred for the purpose of egg, meat, or both. Fowls, ducks, geese, turkeys, and some varieties of pigeon are the most commonly reared species. Chicken occupy 90% of the total poultry. Poultry birds grown for meat are called broilers. Layers are the female fowls grown for egg production. The poultry industry is important in providing a balanced diet for human population. Proper management of poultry includes method of hatching, rearing, housing, sanitation, prevention of diseases, and a sound marketing system. In Tamil Nadu, famous poultry farms are found in places like Namakkal, Palladam, and Chennai. Breeds. There are more than 100 breeds of fowls. Fowls are classified on the basis of their utility to man. They are meat type, that is broiler, egg type, egg layer, and dual type. Traditionally, these birds have a poor meat production capacity compared to commercial broiler and layers. But meat and egg from this type of poultry is better than other commercial poultry. Feeding. Poultry birds need proteins, carbohydrates, fats, minerals, and vitamins for egg and meat production. Bajra, barley, maize, wheat, rice bran, jowar, oil cake, fish meal, bread, and green residues of vegetables are the feed given to the poultry birds. Poultry products. Poultry birds are good source of nutritive food. Eggs laid by them are rich source of protein. These are easily digestible. They contain minerals like calcium, potassium, and iron, vitamins, and moderate amount of fat. Their feathers are used for making pillows and quilts. Dropping of the poultry birds is used as manure. It is highly valuable for crops. Next one is poultry diseases. Poultry birds affected by virus suffer from fever and diarrhea. Fowl cholera is caused in them by bacteria. Overexposure to wet and cold conditions causes cramps in poultry birds. Poultry birds are affected by internal parasites like roundworm and tapeworm. They are also affected by external parasites like fleas, lice, ticks, etc. Poultry management. Poultry birds need a clean environment. The following measures should be taken in order to avoid diseases. Poultry houses should be clean and disinfected. It should have windows for ventilation. Light is essential for high egg production. Poultry birds need clean and fresh water. Timely vaccination is necessary to prevent diseases. Next one is apiculture. Rearing of honey bee for honey is known as apiculture. It is also called beekeeping. In this technique, honey bees are reared in a specially designed wooden box. Honey bees have been very closely associated with humans since ancient times. Various products like honey and wax are obtained from honey bees. Earlier, honey is extracted from the hives in the forest. Nowadays, they are domesticated by farmers to produce honey. Beekeeping is a profitable rural based industry. Honey bees are social insects. They live in colonies and show division of labor. Types of honey bee. Three types of honey bee are found in a colony. They are queen bee, the drones, and the worker bees. Queen bee. The queen is the largest member of the bee colony. There is only one queen and it is the fertile female of the colony. They are formed from fertile eggs. The queen is responsible for laying eggs in a colony. It lays about 2000 eggs per day. The lifespan of the queen bee is 3 to 4 years. Next one is drones. Drones are the fertile males. They develop from unfertilized eggs. They are larger than the workers and smaller than the queens. Their main function is to fertilize the eggs produced by the queen. They also help in maintenance of hive temperature. The number of drones in a colony amounts to hundreds and sometimes to thousands. The normal lifespan of a drone is 57 days. Next one is worker bees. These are sterile female bees and the smallest members of the colony. These bees are very active. Their function is to collect honey, look after the young ones, clean the comb, defend the hive, and maintain the temperature of the beehive. Lifespan of worker bee is 6 weeks. Useful products from honey bees. First one is honey. Honey is a sweet, viscous, edible natural food product. It contains proteins, free amino acids, vitamins and minerals like calcium, iron, phosphorus and manganese. The following are the uses of honey bees. Honey as an antiseptic and antibacterial property. It is an antibiotic. It helps in building up hemoglobin content in the blood. It is used in Ayurvedic and Unani system of medicines. It prevents cough, cold, fever and relieves sore throat. It enhances digestion and appetite. It provides essential amino acids required for the growth of the body. Next one is bee wax. Bee wax is secreted by the wax glands of worker bee to construct the combs of beehive. Some of the uses of bee wax are given below. It is widely used in cosmetic industry. The wax is used in the preparation of shoe polish and manufacture of cold creams, lipsticks, candles and lubricants. It is also used in the preparation of ointments and in pharmaceutical industry. Next one is manure. Manure is an organic matter used as fertilizer. It is mostly derived from animal and plant residues. It increases the fertility of the soil by adding nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It is a natural form of fertilizer and it is cheaper. Next one is types of manure. First one is animal manure. Common form of animal manure is the farmyard manure. It contains the feces and urine of different livestock like horses, cattle, pigs, sheep, chickens, turkey and rabbits. It contains nutrients like nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium. It increases the capacity of soil to hold more water and nutrients. Next one is green manure. This is the manure obtained from decomposition of green leaves, twigs of trees, shrubs and herbs. Leguminous plants like clover are used for this purpose. These plants are ploughed in the soil. They fix nitrogen in the root of the plants. They also help in suppression of weeds and prevention of soil erosion. Next one is compost. Compost is obtained by decomposition of organic matter like crop residues, animal waste and food waste by various microorganisms like bacteria and fungi under controlled conditions. These microorganisms break down organic matter into simpler substances. Vermiculture. Vermiculture or vermicomposting is a method of transforming organic waste such as waste papers, leaves, pieces of woods, etc. into a nutrient rich fertilizer using earthworms. It is a healthy and clean way to eliminate waste going into our landfills. It keeps the environment clean. Earthworms eat the organic waste and excrete it in the form of castings. This is known as vermicompost. It is used as fertilizer for the soil and it improves the properties of the soil. Materials used for vermicomposting. Organic matters which are biologically degradable are used in vermicomposting. Some of them are given below. Crop residues like rice straw, rice husk, tea waste and tobacco waste. Fruit and vegetable waste. Animal waste like cattle dung, poultry droppings and droppings of goat and sheep. Advantages of vermicompost. Vermicompost provides the essential nutrients such as nitrogen, potassium and phosphorus for the plant growth. It improves the water holding capacity of the soil and prevents soil erosion. It enhances plant growth, suppresses diseases in plants, increases porosity and improves water retention and aeration. It reduces the need for chemical fertilizers.